This is young Nafis. Oh, what? I thought you said you're gonna lock in the winter arc. And what about all those promises you said you're gonna keep this time, like last year? Why are you still like this? Answer me.
It's too cold outside. I cannot. And, my friend is just, he started playing game again, so I have to play with him. I'm sorry. Bye.
Umar. This is Umar. Umar understands that bed is his worst enemy and also the best friend. He suffers from discipline in the gym. How is he so wise? How is his physique so good? No wonder he understands that discipline is so much better than being comfortable.
Assalamu alaikum guys, how are you? My name is Mohit and I am 17 years old. Welcome to my channel, Balanced Muslim. In today's video, we're gonna be discussing on the topic, discipline is the only way out. And why only discipline is the way out? So let's start. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So discipline is in this category is signing up for something hard, purposeful, and finishing it. For me, discipline is just showing up no matter what. Consistency, discipline is doing everything, doing things every day, and trying to make yourself better every single day, no matter what. So discipline is really important to have in your life, but towards what? That's the real question. In order to have discipline, you need to have a purpose first. So you need to have purpose first in your life. Purpose. A man needs to have purpose in his life. For a man, when a man has purpose in his life, that is what shapes a man. You work towards something meaningful. Purpose is what gives a man the title of being a man. For example, let's look at the best example I have is our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We don't know him for his beauty. We don't know him for his leadership, his strength, or his character or something. We know him for his deen. His purpose was, he was a prophet, so his purpose was to spread Islam throughout the world. And that's what we know him for. He had a purpose to work on too. That is what made him different from everybody else from that time. And that was the purpose which made him different. So you need to have a purpose in your life. In order to have a purpose, you need to sit with yourself and think what you want in your life. And that is so difficult in the modern times. Like when you literally have your smartphones in your pockets 24/7, and it's real hard to sit with yourselves and think what you want in your life. You have to sit with yourself and think where you want to see yourself next year, and the next year, and the next year, in 5 years, in the next 10 years. Where do you have to see yourself? Where do you want to be in next 5 years? See that, journal where you want to be, how your physique will be, what kind of work you will be doing, what kind of personality traits will you have. Divide that into smaller steps and start working towards it. If you cannot do that, at least you can do this. These are non negotiables. Pray 5 times a day. Start reading a book, 1 to 5 pages a day. Start reading Quran. Try 15 to 30 ayahs a day with translation if you're not an Arabic guy like me. And if you go to school, start giving it all you've got, like for the better grades, and start like some kind of fun thing. You also have to do gym. It's also non-negotiable as a man. You have to do some kind of physical sport to keep the physical momentum out there. And one thing which is gonna like compound in next few years, like you can learn editing, you can learn public speaking, like these kind of small skills you have to start to develop them. How to tell a story, you need to learn psychology and these kind of stuff. So these are kind of non-negotiables you have to do. It's so cool when you work on a purpose and these kind of small things where you try to just build your character up. That is so better. That is so good. That is so much better than just staying glued to the screen and doing literally nothing, just trying to fit in and having that big massive ego. It's not that, man. Come on. Being happy, like discipline, is creating small wins. You cannot come at home from school by like having all that work at the school. You did like so much tasks at the school work, come home and just try to get disciplined or something. So you have to create some patterns. Like when you wake up, you get up, get some yellow light, sun, and drink some water, pray, read Quran, and when you go out there in the world, so you start to create those small wins for yourself. Smile on strangers, help people, be kind, talk to them, just stop a stranger, ask them, you look good today. Of course, it's not gonna be I'm not saying that like where you need to have like flirt or something. No, it's just to give your mind this idea that you won the day. If you tell yourself you are having a good day, you will have a good day. You have to just create these small things. You have to just journal a bit. You have to fight your own mind and create small wins, like something you thought you won't be able to do but you did it anyway. Like if you came home tired and now you know it's Zohar time or Asr time, you have to pray. You're in the bed. Now you got two choices. You can sleep, or either you can get up, do wudu and pray. So you pray anyway and you tell yourself you did well. That is how you win the day. You have to start making these kind of small wins. That's how you win the day. Next up is appreciate everything. To live a happy life, you have to appreciate everything. For example, now you're eating a meal. Maybe now, or the one you just ate. Think about that meal. For now, I ate rice, I say. Okay, that was classic Pakistani style biryani. And think of how that plate of food came to your table. There was rice, there was so many spices in there, there was so many things behind that. Like, think of it, a farmer planting seeds of rice like 7 years ago, and they grew So many people put effort in it, and it grew. He cut, and there were so many rice plants, and there were different kind of plants. One seed from this plant like this, and it came into a sack, and they like produced a sack, like the bag of rice in a factory. Someone bought it, and now it came to the shop. The shopkeeper, we bought from shopkeeper, and now my mom cooked it, and now it's on my table. It's with everything. It's every food you eat. And we people don't even realize that thing. How that food came to our tables. If you start appreciating these kind of small things, that your limbs are still intact. There are some people in the hospital wishing the time you have, wishing the opportunities you had, you will see so many clear things. And that is how you show gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You have to start appreciating everything. You have to appreciate everything as a man. If you're growing up like you don't have a life, look around you. Look the people you have. Look at the health you have. Look at the opportunities you have. So it's so much to appreciate in your life, and we still don't see it. Okay, next up, trust in God. That is so much important. Love God. Love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you start praying 5 times a day, start reading Quran, do dhikr, I doubt you won't be a disciplined person. Like, it takes so much to just pray 5 times a day these days. If you can pray 5 times a day, read Quran, and do zikr, you are ahead of most of the people. You will know. If you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, do gratitude, you will start loving yourself. It just works like this. I don't know how, but it is just a connection. I don't know, man. A lot of time I've experienced this thing. When I connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I just start loving myself. These days it's hard. Winter, everything, yeah, it's hard, but gotta stay up, gotta stay in the form, man. So last thing is just having a purpose in life is the most important thing as a man. And start working on that purpose. Start praying again. That is so much important in your life. Inshallah, I'll be uploading my video as soon as possible, the next one. So, hope you liked this video. If you found anything useful, please leave a like, and I hope you will do your best. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it.